How's it going, everybody? Welcome to Steins Gate Episode 3. Last time we had a microwave send a banana back in time. A bunch of new girls were introduced, one of which is a boy. At least one of which might be a time traveler. We'll see what goes on there. Parallel timelines were introduced. We know that going back in time creates another parallel world. And Makise Kurisu was down there in their lab seeing the banana thing that happened with Okabe and Daru. So I really want to pick up right there and see what happens next, because I enjoyed the first two episodes a lot, and I really want to get more into it. So we're going to watch the episode, then we'll do a discussion. You can find the time code for the discussion in the description, along with the link to the Patreon, where you can get these videos a week early. Thank you very much if you do. Anyway, let's watch the thing. 3, 2, 1... Alright, I am quite excited. I should probably turn the sound on. There it is. So here she is. I want to know what her deal is. Why did she come here? Did she really fully see what just happened? It's it's not your traditional lab. No, I don't think he had anything to do with it. Oh my god. Wow. He has no idea what's going on. She just intruded on his lab. It must be them. Steins Gate, what is that? Other than the title of the show. What does it must mean something. Yeah, but what is it? So did she see what just happened? She seemed to have an idea. He thinks you're an evil spy. Yeah, it's very difficult for him to just shake her hand. That must be what it is. No. Gonna check out the goo nana, the gel nana. Okay, so she came over because of that. Yeah, I was wondering about that. I was saying before in the last episode that even though he just seemed like a crazy person, you would have to still think about it. It would still weigh on your mind a little bit. If somebody was like, I saw you get stabbed, you'd be like, what the hell are they talking about? They seem like a crazy person, but it would stick with you, and you would think about it a little bit. So yeah, that's why she came over. Okay. I was wondering what more there might be to her. Maybe she does believe in time travel. Maybe she's been looking for this kind of thing. Seems to not be the case. I don't know what could be revealed, but for now, I'll just basically take her at face value and say that that's why she came over and just happened to stumble across their little thing that happened here. So now what? What kind of discussion do we have here with the three of them? That we just time traveled a banana. Did they try it again? Did they try it more? I'm excited. And the OP is pretty good. So we've got like all those characters introduced now. Just have to see where they play into the story. And here we go. Parallel world paranoia. Last time was time travel paranoia. It's all paranoia. So Suzuha is watching the thing about the satellite. And here we are. Yeah, it's definitely attached. She's gonna blow our lab up. That was a very quick no. Oh, yeah, I don't mind. No, a pervert's banana. He sort of did. Yeah, I was like, that's kind of what Mayuri was saying before. Oh, boy, taking it a little too far. You're not helping the situation. Like, if she already thinks he's a pervert, you were the one that maybe she could have talked to, but you just ruined it. Yeah. The one who calls out the perversion is the one with perversion on her mind, I see. So it's sexual harassment, because that's what happens in anime. You don't have to say temporary name every time. Do you think so? What? Christina? What? Does he want to just... If he thinks this is time travel, does he want to prove it to her? Rub it in her face? Telling her to join. What is he trying to get out of this? Okay, she's not going to be here for that long. For now, join. That's a given. Gotta forget that. That's it? What does joining this lab entail exactly? Why Christina? What the fuck? Where did he get that from? The zombie. Wow. Are they like 6 years old? Apparently. Goddamn. Hentai, hentai, hentai. She called him Ho in Kiyoma, though. Great. Wow, chicken tenders. Holy shit, that's exciting. That's the real discovery here. Time traveling microwaves are ridiculous. Let's just eat the tenders. There's a different person here. What is happening? Somebody else is here? How could that be? It's like, what? Oh, she's excited. Hey, a girl. Yeah, I mean, I would think so. What? What's up? Lightning-ish stuff. Say what? Okay. So he hooked his cell phone. So yeah, he sent the message and that's what triggered it the first time. His phone was connected to the microwave. So that's the point of it being a phone microwave. So does it have nothing to do with the microwave? Does it have to do with the phone? Or the other way around? Spinning in reverse. So because the microwave is what did it, and because the phone was connected, that's why the message went back in time? There's so many things running through my head. I want to pay absolutely super close attention. You gotta drop that. Just drop it, dude. There you go. He's allowed to do it. He's allowed to insult both of them, but they need to lay off each other. That... Whoa, holy shit. Do you not have like a fire extinguisher? Should get one down here just in case. No, not the tenders! Oh, god damn it. This is a tragedy. Look what you've done to this girl. Ocarina's a pervert, July 24th. Or some people might think it's just like a glitch on the phone, but yeah, it seems to have gone back in time. Our microwave is a time machine. It did. A time machine. Are they going to accept that? I mean, they're witnessing it, but... And here's Suzuha again. Okay. Thank you for the reminders that she does exist. Got it. I have to go look at all those. Shining finger? What do you come up with this? Yeah, like she's way talkative over text. And very personal. Maybe we'll get some more of her this time. Why? Yeah, since she didn't believe in time travel, she's like, nah. But clearly, she's shook by it. She wasn't just like, no, that can't be. She was like, realizing that it was that, and it freaked her out. And was like, no, it can't be, and had to run away. Okay. What was the other factor that caused it to happen at that time? So yeah, he heard about CERN there as this evil organization. Mm-hmm. By 2034. European Organization in Nuclear Research? Okay, a bunch of stuff that I don't understand. They got all of it. Uh-huh. Through a black hole. Yeah, but I don't think that's right. Who knows about here? So maybe that's how they do it. With black holes. Who are you battling? Yeah, he's not interested. He's not invested. Let's just go to the Maid place. Can you do something like that? Does he think he can't do it? Does he think he doesn't want to just because it's too dangerous? I guess he's gonna do it. And that was sneaky. That was a good move. Casually walking out without paying. And here we are again. She's curious about what they're doing. Mr. Brown. Oh, it's written there. Oh. Never mind. It's that simple. When you describe it like that... Why do you know that so easily? Uh-huh. Sure you did. That's very true. Whenever I hate it when I hear something and it's like, were you listening? It's like, I fucking have ears. I can't help that I could hear you. And she knows about that too. She knows things. And she brings that up too. She knows it all. You gotta be suspicious, right, buddy? Okay, whoa. And he's off. Mm-hmm. Right, we talked about this before. Okay, there's a little new information here. The divergence number? Alright. Okay, it's good to get more details. I mean, if they can time travel, like, you never know what they can do. Whoa. That's interesting to imagine. So that's needed to stop them. So is Moeka part of some counter organization? That's a different world line or whatever. Yep. I'll have to go back and read a lot of that text when I can pause. So I guess he's working on hacking into CERN. I feel like they would just starve if not for her. She's so nice. There's a little, yeah, it's a Oopa thing. I don't think she's coming back anytime soon. So more for them. Now he's into it. He's in the zone. Can't take a break. Oh, goddamn. Just speak correctly. Say the right word. Well, she was shocked. Her beliefs were shaken. Yeah, the hacking, she left before that. That had nothing to do with it. Well, then we've reached a stalemate. It's this complex bargain for the food here. Sneaky. She's into that, I guess, and he's done it. God damn, he is proud of himself. Yeah, you can tell that he did it, even if you don't know what he did. Okay, so you can't see everything. Oh, yeah, of course. If only we could see CERN's boobs, then we could defeat them. Dr. Excite? Who is this? Oh, there you go. What's up, Paul? You're saying acting is unnecessary with the way you usually act? Okay, things are going well. I don't think it would be that easy to find out. Like, I'm sure he's a great hacker, but I don't think they would just be that open about it, that you could just hack into it and be like, oh yeah, it says time machine. Okay, generating the mini black holes. So it sure seems like it. Oh, and the fact that they lied. Somebody died in this experiment. Is that the... Okay. Well, geez. Gotta be all ending the episode and shit when I want to know more information. Rude. There's nothing after the credits. No, we're good. So there we go. That's episode 3. On to the discussion. Alright, Steins Gate episode 3. I'm glad we picked up right where the last episode left off, with Kurisu coming down there when they sent the banana back in time, because I wanted to see what would happen from there. And I wasn't sure what to think about her, the fact that she showed up there, if there's more going on with her, if she really is somebody who maybe thinks time travel is possible and was seeking something like this out. For now, that seems to not be the case. Seemed like she just came because of her curiosity with what Okabe was saying before. She got the address from Daru, and I talked about that in the last video, that even if they sound like a crazy person, still somebody saying like, oh, I saw you get stabbed before and you died, it would stick with you. There'd be a little bit in your mind that was like, that is kind of weird, what the hell were they talking about, and you might want to know more. So she came to hear more about that and everything, and happened to walk in on what they were doing, and didn't fully see everything and understand exactly what was going on. She didn't immediately be like, ah yes, that was time travel. But the whole confrontation that happens here, for the most part, is my least favorite part of the episode, and honestly, like, my least favorite thing that has happened in the show so far, because it's just kind of Okabe and Kurisu being like kindergartners at each other, just like yelling insults at each other and being like, pervert, hentai, and it's like, okay, I get it. So clearly they'll warm up to each other over time, but for now it's just like, Sure. It would have been more interesting. Like, Okabe, you've got all his reactions, very over the top and ridiculous. Like when he goes up to her and just calls her a bitch, with some really good voice acting. And it's, of course, he doesn't know what's going on. He doesn't know why she's there, and he's paranoid out of his mind. With her, I think it would have been better if she stayed more like she was during the lecture, how she seemed to just kind of intellectually destroy him. She just remained really cool about it and just demolished him with her arguments. It'd be cool if that remained the same here, if she was just like remaining completely composed and was kind of just not having any of it and ignoring his shit a lot like Daru does. But how she gets like actually flustered by the stuff where she's calling him a pervert and then she's calling him a pervert is like, whatever, and everybody's pervert. Daru even kind of freaks her out at some point by being pervy, but for the most part he can be the intermediary. But yeah, that interaction, I was like, okay, yeah, it's anime, so you got characters yelling hentai at each other, I got it, but whatever. Obviously the relationship will become more complex and develop over time. Other interactions are still great, like Okabe and Mayuri, the scene where they're sharing food and everything, or even Makise Kurisu and Mayuri, when Mayuri's so happy that there's somebody else here, and it's a girl, and she's just really happy to see that. That was a nice little moment. That was cool. But yeah, we've got that going on, and we get a lot more detail about what's happening here with this phone microwave time machine, with the parallel world lines and all that stuff. So it seems like the microwave is the main time machine thing. Again, I don't know if it somehow connects to this IBM computer that they're looking for, if somehow like the parts are part of it, I don't know. But the reason Okabe's message seems to have gone back in time is because at the time that he sent it, Daru's phone was hooked up to the microwave. So that's the point of it being this phone microwave thing. And so that's why it was spinning in reverse at that time, and I guess that means going back in time. So when his phone that was connected to it got the message, it went back in time, and Okabe, or his memories along with it, or his memories stayed the same despite moving to a separate world line because he was connected to it. He was the one who sent the message. Whatever. But that's the main reason that we're working with right now. And in trying to test it out some more, it goes crazy. It works. It sends another message back in time, but it also explodes. I don't know what would have happened if Mayuri hadn't opened the door prematurely. I think that was a big cause of the issue, which caused shit to go badly. Okabe acted really well in that situation and got her out of the way really fast. That was a really good moment. But I think the microwave is still functioning, and they just now can't get it to work again. I think that's what's happening. They can't get the time travel to happen again. So I'm not sure why that is. I think it's still functioning. It just kind of destroyed everything else around it, and was a bad time. But yeah, there's more information about the parallel world lines given in this episode, so you're just going to have to bear with me as I go through this, because I don't know all the information that you all know from having finished the series. So I'm going to get things wrong, either because it just hasn't all been revealed yet, or because I just am wrong and will be corrected later and figure it out later and figure things out as I go. I'm not going to get everything right. I'm going to theorize, and some of those things will be wrong. I'm going to think that something is always, a certain way, and I'll be wrong and figure it out later. And especially since I'm kind of recording these, at least trying to, a little bit ahead of time, in part so that they can go up on Patreon early, I'm not always going to see people's corrective comments immediately either. So, I'm going to learn all the details as I go. So last week, what they presented with the parallel world lines, I talked about that and what that seemed to mean. And now we get new information, which has changed my perspective. So now it seems like, and again, you can talk about this in the comments and correct me without spoiling. It seems like they're saying there are parallel timelines. There's like an infinite number, but they, I guess, are all hypothetical except for one. This is what seems to be being implied, and again, we can talk about it. Maybe we'll learn more in the show itself, but it seems like there's like a main timeline, only one that really exists at a time, only one that people have memories of at a time. So if you go back and change something, it just like moves into that other timeline. People's memories change in that timeline. And like that's the main timeline now, I guess. Why has John Titor changed from going back to 2000 to going back to now? I don't know. But it's good to get a little more clarification. John Titor would like to meet Okabe, I guess, in person at some point. Is that going to happen? Are we going to see who this John Titor guy is, their representation in the show of this real-life figure? I don't know, but we also get some text messages from him that seem to say that World War III is starting. I was watching the show and the reaction, and it looked like it was saying something like that, but I was like, I'm going to have to go back and pause on that screen, and sure enough, it says 2015 World War III begins, so CERN, with what they're doing here, is starting sooner than expected. We know, like, he came back from 2036 when there's this dystopia, and it's cool to get more information about this, how CERN, like, has a monopoly on all this, like, science and technology, and it's this kind of communist society, but with, like, 18th century living situation. It's interesting to envision that. But yeah, it starts with World War III in 2015, so that's pretty big, pretty crazy, a lot sooner than it seemed. Daru's got a hack into CERN, which is like, okay, cool, he's just a great hacker, I buy it. Why not? I don't know, like, they don't have access to everything, like, they don't have super important admin stuff, but they can get in there a little bit and see that there's no direct references to time travel, but there's reference to the mini black holes they've created with the Hadron Collider, which is suspicious because they had reported that that was a failure, and it also says that at least one person has apparently died in the process of this. So, yeah, we're getting information there. I buy that he can hack into it. He's a super hacksaw, as they continue to say. So, sure. Some of the other characters in this, there's Moeka a little bit, constantly talking to Ocarine, and I'm guessing she, if she's not a time traveler, she's at least maybe opposed to CERN now, maybe, looking for this computer, texting him all the time. And we get a little bit of Suzuha. Just great seeing her a little bit before the main scene that she's in this episode, just kind of cuts to her a few times. There was one really good transition where she's flipping TV channels, and then it flips back to the scene in the lab. That was nice. But when we actually get her talking to Okabe, she seems to know a lot. She's like, she knows about the IBM computer, because she had just looked it up. She knows about John Titor. She knows what they were talking about. She's like, oh, I overheard you talking about it. And it's like, okay, sure you did. Really? Or are you a time traveler? I think that's most of what I have to say about this one for now. This was my least favorite episode, but it was good. It was just my least favorite of the three, because I thought the first two were pretty great. Just the hentai stuff at the beginning, and a lot of it was then just confirming, like, yes, the microwave is a time machine. You know, they had to take the time to confirm that, and it's good to get all the details about why, like, it was connected to the phone and the parallel world lines and stuff, but a lot of it is just kind of explaining these things that do need to be explained. But yeah, we've got that out of the way. Kurisu is in the group now, which is good, but we'll see where that goes, because when the possibility of it being a time machine was presented to her, she freaked out and ran away because she doesn't believe in that, didn't want to accept it, but it kind of happened right before her eyes, and she freaked out. But I'm pretty sure her intellectual curiosity will bring her back here at some point, and she's supposed to be going back to America very soon, but I think that's not gonna happen. I don't know how much of the series is gonna be a short period of time that we might loop back on over and over again through time travel. I'm not sure, but I think we'll keep going, and I think she's gonna stay here because this is gonna pique her curiosity too much. So yeah, I also don't know why he's calling her Christina. Moeka is Shining Finger. I guess it's Kurisu, like Chris. I don't know where the Tina comes from. Is it just because she had been to America? Or Christina? She's Christina. But yeah, so however she gets back involved, she just decides to come back if they need to go to her and get her into this and how she's going to react to everything. I don't know, but it's good to have her into it now. So yeah, this episode does things that are necessary, like bringing her into it, establishing interactions between them as a group of four, and just kind of explaining some of this stuff. But I'm looking forward to what we get next time, now that they're really looking into CERN and we're getting more into things. So yeah, that's about all I got. If you want to talk about it in the comments, I'm sure there's a lot to say, a lot about the specifics of all the time travel and whatnot that's going on here. So go ahead and do that down below. If you enjoyed the video, leave a thumbs up. Share the video if you think other people might like it. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more. Check out the Patreon for early videos and some extra stuff. It means a whole lot. Thank you very much, and I'll see you guys in the next one.